I love walking along the seashore and breathing in the sea air. It gives me a feeling of freedom and peace. Collecting fossils is very exciting. Each rock is a creation of nature, is a work of waves. Each of them has beauty and aesthetics.
So now when I look for stones, I know what I'm looking for, and instead of just looking for stones, looking out for fossils and keeping an eye out for all of them, because I know that they're so easy to find on the beach.
The incredible thing is that through this diverse learning, we have all learned completely different things about not only fossils but ourselves.
We're looking to diversify the fossil finding community in Hastings and really showcase the activity of beach combing and collecting fossils as an activity that everyone can do, and it's for everyone, and everybody can become a paleontologist like Mary.
This is the 11-metre wave that I created for this project, and it's inspired by Mary Anning and her love of fossils. So each of the pigments used in the piece is representative of our coastlines, and each of them were actually made in Mary's hometown of Lyme Regis, all with natural materials to get as close as possible to the real thing. The illustrations are inspired by her own sketches and her own studies of what she found. So as we come further along, we have her discoveries in Lyme Regis, and then we have our discoveries in Hastings, because it's quite forgotten that Hastings is a fossil finding coast. And the team have taken elements of Mary's life and achievements, and we've used them to encourage our local finder families to get down on the shores with us and be curious about our Cretaceous coast.
The exhibition upstairs is about highlighting that paleontology and fossil collecting is for everyone, and anybody can become a paleontologist, but they have to have a way in. They have to start somewhere. So potentially, maybe they start their paleontological careers through the Fossil Finders project. It's great to have Mary here finally. Been several months in the planning, and several people helping out to make sure that Mary could get here. Because she couldn't come here when she was alive, because she didn't have the means to travel very much. So it's really nice to bring Mary Anning to Hastings and be able to bring her story to our local fossil finding community. Mary was really living in a man's world at the time. Geology in the 19th century was in its very early days and was generally the preserve of men, and only men were allowed to join the geological societies of the time. So Mary was excluded from that, but she was also at the same time respected for her work as a fossil collector and a preparator, and she actually, being a self-taught paleontologist, she was extremely knowledgeable and had the respect of many of her male peers as well. I've been collecting fossils since I was 4 or 5 years old. As pretty much as long as I can remember, I've been collecting fossils. I've got quite a large collection at home. Occasionally I donate things to museums because I don't really feel like I own the fossils that I have. I feel like I'm the custodian of the fossils, and I want to make fossils that I collect available for scientists. So whether I'm researching them myself or giving them to museums for other scientists to use, I'm always thinking about the long-term future of the fossils I collect.
See some little holes in there? That's where an animal has started to eat through the shell. You get animals that eat shells, and that's what we call a slip-up limpet. And you know why?
No.
Because it looks like a slipper.
It's my favourite one that I found because it has a little crystal in it and it's really sparkly.
And what we've done with this piece is encouraged our finder families and young children to add to the artwork and help me fill in some of the gaps with their own fossils. One of my favourite things that have been added, very on theme for the festive season, we have a Christmas dinosaur. And I think that just sums up the whole project, really. Another one of my favourite additions is this ammonite stencil that somebody has used and filled it in with rainbow colours and very appropriately relabelled it a rainbow night, as it should be.
When I look for stones, I know what I'm looking for, and instead of just looking for stones for looking for stones' sake, I'm now looking out for fossils and keeping an eye out for all of them because I know that they're so easy to find on the beach, and it's something that I was doing in my pastime, but now I can actually look for something valuable.